Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Nathan and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite team, the Dallas Stars, their slow start to the NHL season, and why you should be concerned. Now as a Dallas Stars fan, this start has been really confusing. A team that a lot of people predicted to win the Stanley Cup has been anything but a Stanley Cup contender so far. So what's really going on with the Dallas Stars? What are the problems? And do we see Dallas fix them or stay in the dumpster for the rest of the year? Watch till the end to find out. Now, heading into this season, I saw the Dallas Stars being a team that will once again lose in the first round or the second round. But I predict them to make the playoffs, finish third in the Central Division, and right now it's not exactly looking too good. We're 7 games into their season so far, and it has been an absolute disaster from offense, defense, to goaltending. From top to bottom, almost nothing is working besides Graviteh Heights. Now, through the first 7 games, the Dallas Stars sit at 1 win, 5 losses, and 1 overtime loss for 3 points so far, finishing at 28th overall in the NHL. And the Dallas Stars, again, a team that added Joe Pavelski, Andre Seguin, and Corey Perry. That is not a great start. And when it comes to the Dallas Stars, I didn't expect them to be this dynamic team that would dominate the regular season. But I expected much more from this, and specifically the offense, which just basically failed in every single way. Now, when you look towards Dallas' offense, you look at the 4 main guys in that forward group. Benn, Seguin, Alexander Radulov, and most notably, recently added Joe Pavelski. The most points out of those 4 guys right now is Seguin with 3 points, 2 goals, 1 assist in 7 games. Then you have Alexander Radulov and Benn both with 2 points in 7 games, 1 goal and 1 assist, and Joe Pavelski with 1 measly assist in 7 games after having 40 goals with San Jose last season. And it's even more apparent how much the Big Four for Dallas has kind of failed so far when your top 2 scorers are Graviteh Heights and Mattias Janmark. I love Graviteh Heights, but he should not be the leading scorer on this Dallas team. And Mattias Janmark shouldn't even be close. Graviteh sitting at 5 points so far and Janmark with 4. They have more points than Seguin, and Graviteh has more points than Radulov and Benn and Pavelski at this point. Now, last season we saw Dallas go through their fair share of offensive struggles, but it was usually because the depth wasn't showing up. Those top 4 guys who last year were Benn, Seguin, Radulov, and Klingberg were all amazing and all producing, while the depth was the reason they weren't scoring a ton of goals. This time around, it's almost the opposite, where some of the depth is definitely showing up, but the stars for the Dallas Stars aren't there. And that is even more of a problem now because of the goaltending who's kind of slipped so far. Now, I love Ben Bishop and Canton Khudobin, but both of the guys haven't exactly had an amazing season to start out. Bishop sitting with a .895 save percentage, and Khudobin with a .877 save percentage. Both of those guys were the reason why Dallas made the playoffs last year, and both of them are not really performing. And the defense has also been especially interesting. I would say it may be the best part about Dallas so far, but even in saying that, they haven't been all that amazing. I would say the 2 best guys for Dallas right now are Andre Seguin and Miro Heiskanen. And that is terrible, because in my award predictions, I saw John Klingberg being a finalist for the Norris Trophy, and he has been anything but so far this season. Right now, sitting at 1 assist in 7 games. Yes, he has had some bad luck, but I haven't noticed him at all, and right now Miro Heiskanen is playing like the much better defenseman. Offensively, defensively, John Klingberg was a shell of what he was last season, and so far that is the case. And that is one of the more disappointing performances. I'm not so disappointed with Pavelski or even Benn or anybody there, but John Klingberg, who was such an anchor on that defense, pretty much the main guy that was pretty much dragging that defense from the bottom up, has been nowhere to be seen this season. He's been worse than invisible and has been pretty much nothing. Now, we are 7 games into the season, and the Dallas Stars right now have sat at 22 power play opportunities. You want to guess how many power play goals they have scored? Well, it's not too high. They have scored in 22 power plays 1 goal. 1 goal they have scored in the power play in the first 7 games. Right now, they are sitting at a 4.55 power play percentage, which is astronomically terrible. The only way they would get worse is if they had a 0 power play percentage, which they were very close to having on that 1 goal too. They've scored 1 goal, and while they have had some great chances in there, that is inexcusable. And to have the weapons that the Dallas Stars have, both on offense and defense, to have a 4.55 power play percentage through any amount of games is absolutely inexcusable. You have Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, Alexander Radulov, Joe Pavelski, John Klingberg, Miro Heiskanen, and you've scored 1 power play goal so far. How does that even happen? Now, I don't think the problem is solely that these players are playing terribly. I think there is some bad luck involved here, but the Dallas Stars can't wait until their last in the essential 40 games in to finally get some luck going their way. I think right now something's got to change on this team, whether it's management, whether it's on the team, or in the leadership positions. I think there's something that needs to change here. I think they had a somewhat better game versus Buffalo, even though they got shut out and allowed 4 goals in that game, but I think there was some looking up stuff. Jamie Benn had a better game, Pavelski had a better game, but overall the team once again didn't play well. They can't just have these 2 guys playing well and just tank for the rest of the year, because if that happens, the team is basically done for. And that's what's most frustrating about this team right now, is that it's built to win for the next 3 years, and when they aren't winning, it's basically a directionless franchise. You have guys in their 30s like Jamie Benn now, Radulov, who's in his early 30s, Pavelski, who's pretty much at the tip end of his career, Tyler Seguin, who's getting into his late 20s too. This core isn't exactly a youthful group like the Toronto Maple Leafs might be, and that's a problem because they didn't add speed whatsoever in the offseason with guys like Andre Sekera and Corey Perry. That doesn't fix their youthful problem. They don't have a fantastic prospect pool or anything, and while they have great young players too, like Roope Hintz and Miro Heiskanen, that won't solve their problem entirely. They can't just keep banking on those 2 to save them every single game, because so far, they basically relied on the 2. And when you're a team like the Dallas Stars, who are in a win-now situation in these next 3 years to get a Stanley Cup, and when you aren't winning those games, it's basically a directionless franchise with no future, no present, and just nothing to go off of. And when you have no direction, you will not succeed in the NHL. We've seen that pretty much evidently and squarely like the Minnesota Wild in the past decade, who tried to compete, rebuild all at the same time in different years, and we've seen how much that's failed them in every sense of the word. And I feel like the Dallas Stars could be the next coming of that team, which as a Dallas Stars fan does not bode well for them. And right now, something's got to change there, because if they aren't winning, which was their sole purpose in these next 3 years, I think something's got to change in a big, big way. Maybe you fire Jim Montgomery. Maybe you fire Jim Nill, their general manager. I think something's got to change, and it's got to change quick. And this start is especially concerning, not just because they have to win now, but the way they have to win with their stars, the Dallas Stars. With Jamie Benn, Seguin, Pavelski, Radulov, Klingberg, those are the big 5 that lead that group positionally, and when they aren't leading that group, they have nothing else to go on. They don't have the depth to really secure them into a playoff spot. Yes, Roope Hintz is amazing, Miro Heiskanen is a great upcoming defenseman, but those aren't guys that'll lead your group into a playoff spot by themselves, and they've been basically had to do that. They've been forced to do that because none of the stars that were promised have really shown up so far. And it's a shame because I love Roope Hintz, I love seeing him doing amazingly, but I want to see the Stars actually proving themselves as, you know, a playoff team, which so far has been the complete opposite. Yes, it is 7 games in, it's super early into the NHL season, but the Dallas Stars have crumbled in every single way, and the way they were supposed to win hasn't been working so far. Now, while the Dallas Stars head coach Jim Montgomery has done a fantastic job, I don't think he deserves to be fired yet. He's in the 2nd year of his NHL career as a head coach, and we've gone through like 8 different coaches in the past 15 years. If we could cool it with blaming the coaches, I think that would be amazing. To me, the management deserves the blame here. While the team, yes, hasn't been performing, and some of the top-end stars have not been performing either, I think the management has had a long time to get this team to where it should be, and they have failed up to this point. I'm looking at Jim Nill, the GM of the Dallas Stars, who was hired back in like 2012 as the GM for the Dallas Stars. He's been here for a very, very long time, and he's had a long time to make this roster into what it should be. And if anybody's going to be fired this year, I think it should be him. Now, in saying all that, I think for the Dallas Stars, the best thing to do is maybe just wait and see what happens. Because, again, we're 7 games in this season, and it is a little bit of an overreaction. But the Dallas Stars need to do a lot to get out of the hole they've dug themselves in. I don't know if there should be changes right now in the season. I sure as heck don't think Montgomery should be fired, but I think there should be some accountability here, especially if this continues throughout the season. Hopefully the Dallas Stars turn it all around. but right now it's not exactly looking too great. But hey, if the Dallas Stars want to end up tanking right out of nowhere and just be a terrible team all of a sudden, Alexi Lafreniere might want to start buying houses down here in Dallas because he is going to need them. I mean, I would definitely take a Quinton Byfield or a Lucas Raymond or Anton Lindell, but at this point, this team is as bad enough to get a guy like Lafreniere at this point. But of course, with this video, I need to hear your guys' thoughts down in those comments down below. So let me know what you think about the Dallas Stars and their horrific nightmare start to the NHL season. Do you see them continuing to play this badly and be a lottery team? Or do you expect them to rebound and become a playoff team once again? But if you guys want some more Grav videos just like this one, you should click on this card right here to watch my video on the Edmonton Oilers and if their start is for real. And if they're a playoff contender. But that'll be it for today, guys. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Again, comment down below your thoughts on the Dallas Stars and their amazingly horrific start to the NHL season. Share this video also with your friends, any hockey fans you might know. Trying to get the Grav gang up to 10K subscribers, boys. Let's get it done. I'm Nathan. I'm a little bit sick right now, but I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Goodbye.